Does hydroxychloroquine work treating the virus? And is doxycycline effective in treating post-COVID patients?
So thanks, George. So hydroxychloroquine is essentially an anti-malarial drug that's been used for many, many years. I've taken it myself.
I used to take it in malarial areas.
Yeah, and it used to be, the really primary medication, along with Paludrin, perhaps, in resistant areas. I used to take it as well when I went to India. It's very bitter, pill to swallow. It's not much fun to take, and certainly if I went for long periods of time to India, I probably wouldn't take it because of the effects that it has. One of the main side effects that people are very worried about is a prolonged QT syndrome. So essentially, it interferes with the electrical conduction of your heart. And in patients who were given it on a trial, and it was published in the journal, the JAMA, the American Journal of Medicine, JAMA, there was a trial that was published that essentially showed it didn't have much, or if any, protective effect against COVID, but it did have a high rate of cardiac side effects that actually made it more dangerous to take. I've had a friend who had a colleague take in India and in fact had those cardiac effects. So my overall feeling with hydroxychloroquine, I think Trump pushed it very hard because it was cheap and available. He said he was taking it for a while before he gave it up. But I think the verdict on hydroxychloroquine is that it doesn't work. It's dangerous medication to take, certainly on a mass scale unnecessarily, though clearly it has its role in treating malaria. It doesn't have a role in treating COVID. I think the other drug you asked me was
doxycycline.
It is not just purely an antibiotic that works against bacteria. It can affect protein synthesis of some viruses. So I think there's been speculation that it might be a drug to use. I have not seen any trial or any evidence showing that it is effective against COVID. I have seen a couple of letters indicating that it might be worth trying, perhaps taken as a prophylactic, but it's at this stage purely theoretical and speculative and hasn't been proven. So I don't think at this stage there's any evidence to suggest that it's effective either, George.